He might be.
No, he won't.
LaQuint Allen, next Cowboys running back. You're going to have to love him after that.
No, Travion Henderson will be, though.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Happy NFL Combine season. Okay. Yep. Combine. We're gonna find that. We're gonna find that next Jalen Carter. We're gonna find that next Cooper DeJean. Find out who the Bills are gonna trade the Chiefs when it comes to the best wide receiver in the draft. I can still see that happening. The Bills are picking a couple picks before the Chiefs. So, I don't think that's gonna happen. For people that hadn't been listening, Bills had a chance to draft Patrick Mahomes back in 2017?
17.
Yes. They had I believe they had the 15th or the 10th pick. They traded back for the Chiefs to come up. The Chiefs gave up their first round pick the next year so that they could come up and draft Patrick Mahomes. And everybody was thinking that they were going to take Deshaun Watson. Because I remember when they had drafted Pat Mahomes, even the announcers were like, whoa. Andy Reid knows what he's doing, though. And then this past year, Texas boy out of Texas. What's his name, Dustin? I can't think of his name.
Xavier Worthy?
Xavier Worthy.
Worthy? Oh, yeah.
Xavier Worthy right there in the fucking lap of the Buffalo Bills, who need a receiver, lost Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All they have, Khalil Tupac Shakir was their number one receiver. Had Xavier Worthy right there in their lap. What happens? Let's trade Kansas City again, make them better. Xavier Worthy had over 100 yards in that game against the Bills. A touchdown. Probably the deciding factor.
What did Keon Coleman have in that game?
Probably about 3 catches for 17 yards.
Yeah.
Somewhere around.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they liked Keon Coleman, so it's okay.
Was
they
that
liked him. That's all he had. I don't even think he had that. He might have had less than that. He might have had 2 catches. Maybe 1. But no. Combine's back.
You know what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen doesn't have a big enough arm to make Xavier Worthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
I heard that too. So, as it stands right now, the defensive linemen is it offensive linemen or just defensive linemen and DNs?
It's defensive linemen and linebackers.
Okay. Anybody stand out so far?
Shamar Stewart.
Shamar Stewart, baby.
Okay, and then I saw a guy from Alabama who just ran faster than Will.
Jahad Campbell.
Yeah, Will Anderson. The thing I don't like about the combine is how many times does it happen where a guy has like a crazy ass combine, like the John Rosses and the Byron Murphys and there was who's the other? There's one more. There was one more that had a badass combine, gets drafted and they don't get a second deal from the team. I've seen it too many times. So
Anthony Richardson.
That's
going to happen.
Exactly what I was going to say.
The main one right there.
Yep.
Well, he's only what is he?
He's so
year 2?
terrible we forgot about him. Right?
They're already bringing in competition.
Yeah. So, but they aren't drafting Aaron Rodgers, Austin. Did you check the Colts billboard?
Nope.
Okay. Billboard came out. Indianapolis Colts, the day after he was released. We are not signing Aaron Rodgers. Right there on the main highway going through Indianapolis. Safe to say he won't be going there. I'd put a bet on it just to be safe. Yeah, Anthony Richardson's so terrible, I forgot about that. So, when it comes to picks like that, who's had a great combine that you didn't hear of who actually became successful in the NFL? Can y'all think of any of them right now?
Puka Nacua.
Okay. Did he have a really good combine, though? Like, he stood out, like, as a top receiver in the combine? Like, his numbers were there?
So they brought up, you remember that drill, like, they run down the line and they catch the ball, like, the receivers? Apparently, like, that's now being looked at as, like, one of, like, the top drills for the receivers. Because, like, Nacua, there's been, like, some hidden little gems with guys like that. He had, like, the best time and, like, the best performance in that drill. Mm-hmm. And then, like, they're finding, like, those guys that do really well in that drill have, like, functional speed for the game. Like, okay, you have to catch the ball,
agility,
and you're running at the same time, and you got to like show your hands and all that stuff. So
awareness,
yeah,
kind of an awareness.
Nacua was one of them that vaulted up from like irrelevance to that. What is he, a 3rd or 4th rounder?
4th rounder.
Yeah, he was like a 7th rounder before that.
Cooper Kupp had a really good drill of that too. I remember when he first came out, which we never brought that up. Cooper Kupp is looking for a new team in 2025.
That's right.
I don't like that fact of putting all the eggs in the basket of Puka Nacua, who's a small guy who was hurt last year for most of the season. But Cooper Kupp, what's his 7th or 8th year
Oh.
coming in?
Josh Allen's another one. He had a hell of a combine, and he's a pretty good player.
Well, was that the one that got the first round? Ended up being the first pick of the draft.
Joe Flacco, another one. He vaulted up during that time.
Oh yeah, because I remember during the Senior Bowl, he threw the ball like 70 yards in the long toss.
Uh-huh.
Delaware, home of Joe Biden, Austin's favorite president.
Mm-hmm.
Give it up for Joe Biden.
What's he doing now? What's he doing now?
You should know.
Sleeping
You would
somewhere,
know.
probably.
He's sleepy.
He's probably not even alive. He probably wasn't even alive during his presidency. Combine started today. It's going to go through on Sunday. I'm guessing Sunday the last are the quarterbacks. Are they doing the quarterbacks and backs in the last day, or what's the order? Tell me the order.
The schedule or whatever. Let's see here. Live results, top performers. I'm trying to find the schedule here.
If the linemen and defensive linemen and linebackers went today, I would assume the offensive linemen go tomorrow.
O-line, guards.
O-line and maybe tight ends.
It might be running backs, and then tight ends, receivers.
Well, that would make sense to put the running backs.
Okay, tomorrow is DBs and tight ends. Saturday, running backs, quarterbacks, wideouts, and Sunday is offensive linemen.
Damn, saving the best for last, huh?
That's right.
Top defensive lineman coming out is old boy Mason Graham, correct? And then Abdul Carter from Penn State has jumped up the charts. Like some people were predicting him to go number 1 for Tennessee.
Not anymore.
That's the last draft board that I saw from Mel Kiper. He had Abdul Carter going number 1.
He's got hurt.
Did he really?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's gonna.
I'm sure he's fine.
He's gonna do his pro day in a month.
Yeah. So Mel Kiper has it. Abdul Carter, number 1 to the Titans. Cam Ward to the Browns. Travis Hunter to the Giants. Will Campbell, offensive tackle, to the Patriots. Mason Graham to Jacksonville. We'll never hear from him again. Ashton Genty, number 6, to the Raiders. And then we have Shedeur Sanders. This is all according to Mel Kiper. Shedeur Sanders going to the Jets. Jalen Walker, linebacker, going to the Panthers. Tyler Warren, the boy you want.
Yeah.
I know you want him, Dustin, right?
Yep, that's what I want.
To the Saints. Josh Simmons, offensive tackle. I know Josh Simmons.
Because they're losing Taysom Hill.
Yeah. And
Dude, send Taysom Hill to Dallas.
of course, they put down there at the bottom the 12th pick. They skipped the 11th pick, but you just had to throw the Cowboys in there at the 12th pick, signing running back Amarion Hampton from North Carolina. I actually looked up some clips of Amarion Hampton. He's a good-sized running back.
He's a good player.
Yeah,
watched
just a good player on a bad team. And, yeah, that I remember that North Carolina defense last year was awful.
Oh, horrendous.
Yeah, giving up 70 points to James Madison.
Remember that game?
Yeah, so, but Omarion Hampton, he played, how long did he play? Did he transfer in North Carolina?
No,
He's been there.
he's been there. Yeah.
So, who likes him? Have y'all heard anything about who likes the guy? Does Dallas like him? Do you think they'll spin that pick on a running back?
I don't think so. I've seen some mocks with him in like the mid-20s a lot. Those are the main ones I've seen. He's been like the Vikings at the mid-20 round or range, places around there.
Okay.
But I'd be shocked to see the Cowboys go running back. I mean, I guess I wouldn't. We're pretty incompetent. So, so we probably would do it, but I mean,
Brandon Aubrey's pretty good.
Well, it's a skill player.
We're gonna get another kicker right
but
now.
according to y'all are pretty incompetent in the first round too, because y'all are pissed that y'all didn't draft Cooper DeJean last year.
We could have had him in the second round.
T.J. Watt, Cooper DeJean.
We could have had him in the second round.
The list goes on. I mean,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's everybody. Ray
yeah.
Zabel's made his way up into the first round. Look, right there.
I do
29.
like this guy right here, the Stutzman guy. He's kind of underrated, in my opinion. James Pierce Jr., that pass rusher from Tennessee, ran 4.47. He's the only defensive end who ran
a 4.47.
He's the only end that ran sub 4.5.
Austin, we line you up right now to run the 40. What do you think you get?
7 flat.
No, I think you can do faster than that. I would put you like you're over under at a 6.2. I think that'd be close.
Do I have to, or my?
Yeah, you have to wear tights.
No, are my hamstrings still intact or no?
That's up to you.
Yeah,
That's up to you.
because if they're not, I'll run a sub 6.
Sub 6.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be good
And
for
the
you.
last time I'm ever running it.
What do you run right now, Dustin? What do you think you run your 40 in right now?
Like 5.5, 5.6, 5.7.
5.5?
Something like that. It'd be bad.
I don't know what I could run mine in. I'd probably be right over 5, like 5.2 ish.
Fastest 40 so far is this guy named Kane Madrano, linebacker out of UCLA.
Yeah.
4.46.
And that's a lineman, defensive lineman.
No, this is a linebacker, not a defensive
linebacker.
lineman.
Dude,
But
look
he's
at
the
that mustache.
fastest overall.
He's
right
gonna get drafted more because of the mustache. Defensive backs and tight ends tomorrow. So is Travis Hunter doing
He's doing both.
defensive back and wide receiver? God, showcase, man.
See, he is doing both?
Yeah. Well, it says he's gonna be defensive backs tomorrow.
Yeah. I didn't know he was doing the wide receiver.
He was
thing.
going to do one at first, and then he decided to do
Do
both.
both.
Well,
Yeah.
from what we were talking about in the beginning, look out for LaQuint Allen. He will be at this combine. He will be there. He's going to move his way up. What'd you say? He's predicted like 2nd to 5th round?
Yeah, anywhere from 2nd to 5th right now.
Okay. I don't see him being a 2nd rounder, being that running backs nowadays aren't that important when it comes to the.
It's a stacked class too this
Yeah.
year with running backs.
So probably a late day two draft pick.
Would you draft him over Travion Henderson from Ohio State?
Shut that fucking door.
Probably, yeah, I would.
Overall,
Because I like him.
over Judkins from Ohio State?
Yeah, dude, 26 touchdowns in 2 years. Come on.
Over Genty?
No, not
Not like
Genty.
that high, or Hampton or any of them
No,
guys?
Genty's a Texas boy, so gotta stick with that Texas boy. There we go.
Who's that other running back you were talking about?
Marion Hampton
From where?
from North Carolina.
Wasn't there another one that they were talking about?
Oh, I like Ollie Gordon too.
That's who it was.
I like Ollie Gordon. He didn't have a very good year this year, but his previous years were good. But I think he's like your typical size running back nowadays in the NFL. So
He's projected to go high, or
I think he's like a 3rd rounder, is what they're
I
saying.
think after the combine, he's gonna go.
Yeah. But
I could see him going up a lot in from the combine.
yeah, Ollie Gordon's probably a good 6'2".
I would think Genty's stock might fall in the combine.
Oh.
Do you really think he's gonna run like that well in the 40 and all that?
If they got him in the top 10, I don't know why he's running at all. I wouldn't even done that.
I wouldn't either. But like, if you think about it, like he's like the top guy right now. Like, is he even gonna? He might not do it. I mean, who knows? But
They got to take in consideration too. Boise State finally played a good defense when they played Penn State. I mean, he had over 20 carries. I believe he broke 100 yards in that game. But I mean, when you have 20, 25 carries, it's, you got to average 3 yards a carry, 4 yards a carry to get that.
That math is horrible.
yeah,
25 times 4 is 100. That's perfect math actually.
20 carries.
25 carries times 4 yards is 100 yards.
that's correct.
Jesus Christ.
God.
So Ollie Gordon, they're saying he's anywhere from like 3rd round to 5th, 6th round. Right now.
Who needs running back?
Before,
I think we need a running back.
I think a lot of teams do.
Lloyd?
Well, Lloyd was hurt all year last year. He hurt both knees, didn't he?
It
Or both hamstrings, something like that. Yeah.
It's a good year to go get a running back in the draft. It's stacked.
And our backup didn't look bad in the playoffs either.
Yeah.
Like,
Wilson.
it was later in the season when
Wilson.
Josh Jacobs was hurt that last game against the Bears. He did really good.
Running backs for a whole offense.
But Marshawn Lloyd, he was when did we get him? 5th round last year?
Pretty late.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all are saying like as like a complimentary back to Josh Jacobs?
Yeah, pretty much,
Like
yeah.
to replace Lloyd. Is Lloyd under contract or no?
Yes, he's a rookie. He was
Oh,
a rookie
okay.
last year.
Oh, yeah,
So,
all are probably good then.
Shamar Stewart, they say they have him going to Green Bay late, but I don't think he's going to last that long.
I know.
I think he'll get drafted within the first 20 picks.
You put him with another Texas A&M linebacker. Boom.
Malachi Starks, that's a safety that I like too out of Georgia. They're projecting him to go, I think, in 2nd or 3rd round. Big safety.
2nd or 3rd round.
I believe so. Last time I looked at the NFL mock
The
draft.
last thing I saw was top 10 overall.
Oh no, the NFL draft mock draft 1.0 had him going in the 2nd or 3rd round, and the 2.0 had him going 22 to the Chargers. Yeah, that's what we had said last time. Yeah. Malachi Starks.
Yeah, he's all the way up there, like top 10, possibly.
Damn. You see Derwin James and Malachi Starks together? Oh, Scott will fucking cream himself, just like when he does when he talks about Otani. Where is Scott? Have y'all talked to him?
Crap, I forgot to call him.
We need an edge rusher or
We need
our offensive lineman, I think. But edge rusher is
Edge
our
rusher.
main concern right now. We haven't had very good luck lately when edge rushers. We drafted Van Ness a couple years ago, or was it last year?
Last year.
Yeah. You count the other ones we drafted high. It goes back years. We drafted Cullen Jenkins really high. We drafted Dayton Jones really high. Devontae Wyatt.
He's gonna turn.
Yeah, he might end up being something. So we're just pretty much relying on Kenny Clark up front, and he's getting older. I can see them doing what they did to Mike Jenkins. You know how they traded him to the damn Lions or released him, because he is taking up a big part of the contract. We will probably be without Jair Alexander this year.
Yeah, where's he going?
Packers are probably. They're saying they're preparing to not to have him.
Dustin, what do you want for him?
They need to trade him. I bet he goes to Philadelphia.
Yeah, Dustin, what do you want for him? Jair.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it depends on what happens with Micah. That's what the whole offseason hinges on.
Well, he's still under contract with us, so we have to trade him.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Well, we're not gonna get shit, or not shit, but
yeah, he doesn't want to be.
No, we're still gonna owe him his contract, even if we trade him. Yes.
No, if you trade him, you can figure out the contract details and you can split the contract or
maybe,
whatever, or get somebody to fully take on the contract.
We don't need a freaking another.
Give us Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who
give us Micah, and we'll give you Jair.
The Raiders need a corner, I think.
I mean, we could use like a slot corner, but we don't need like a true blue like corner.
Yeah, and he's from North Carolina, so maybe the Panthers. We ruin his life and trade him to the Panthers.
Well, just think of the dumbest organizations. Those are the people to deal with.
He hasn't technically requested a trade. They can just tell that he's unhappy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
would you be
about him?
Yeah.
Well, they did suspend him for that one game for trying to be the captain. You know, I mean, why didn't he just go to the coach and say, "Hey, coach, this is my hometown. Can I be the captain?" They probably would have gave him the captain. But he goes out there, almost fucks up the coin toss. You know, so I mean, it's. Yeah.
It said the Packers would listen to trade offers, is what this is saying.
Yeah. We're willing to part with him. We have a good young secondary. I like that safety we drafted out of Oregon last year. He's looking pretty good, so we'll see. We'll see where it goes. As far as Dallas goes, needs, what do they need?
Quarterback.
All right. Running back, receiver, guard, defensive interior for sure.
Oh, who just retired?
Zach
Martin.
Zach Martin
at guard. Yeah. We need what else? We need
owner.
We could probably use a safety. Oh, definitely linebacker. We need some help at linebacker.
Yeah, you hit the top three already from what it says according to NFL Network is running back, offensive line, and linebacker.
Well, the problem is our best linebacker was overshown, and he got hurt, and they don't expect him back till maybe towards the end of the end of the next season, or just not even play next season. And then Eric Kendricks is just an older guy. Like he's decent, but he's just kind of an older guy. We need some help there.
He's a good plug and play player at this point in his career.
Rico Dowdle, I wouldn't mind re-signing him. He's a free agent if for the right price as a good like second back, not like just your every down back. I also don't think teams should, other than maybe like if you have like a Saquon, like to me like you should have like two backs that you can kind of rotate that are pretty solid. Like, you know, the Cowboys did that with Zeke, and they just like ran him into the ground, and they didn't get as much longevity out of him. I feel like you get like two backs that you can kind of rotate that are pretty solid, and you're good to go. But I mean, I wouldn't mind Rico Dowdle back as a good like second option.
What are you talking about? Like Pollard and Zeke?
That was a
good 1-2 punch.
But
there.
Pollard, they never played him while Zeke was there. They like never did. Go look up the carries. Zeke was like leading the league in carries by a long shot.
When what's his name was out, Pollard did step up.
Yeah, he played well.
He played good, but
yeah,
you're paying Zeke all that money, so you can't really.
And they say wide receiver, like, okay, to me, my favorite player in this draft is Tyler Warren right now. Okay, so bottom line is he's a pass catcher. He can catch the ball and he can help you in the run game and with his run blocking. He's so big, like. There's no way that guy can't run block, in my opinion. So he can kind of do, as opposed to just a receiver. I wouldn't be opposed to a receiver, but as opposed to just a receiver, he can help you out more overall, I think. I think he's just so too talented. In a deep tight end and running back are both kind of deep this year. Like they could get like Gunnar Helm or maybe Elijah Arroyo in probably the third round. Both will be solid, I think. But to me, like Warren's just like unbelievable.
Yes,
like, what he can do.
You can split him. You can spread him out.
Yeah, like he's just
he can create mismatches with linebackers and I think slot corners too. So
he's so big. I mean, you just don't see a tight end that can play a damn wildcat quarterback and like him run the ball like that. You just that somebody that athletic, like and that big on top of that to be able to still run block.
yeah.
Then
Well,
then you have to have someone to throw it to him too.
We do. Dak can throw it to him. I mean, he's good in the regular season.
yeah.
He's
Dak,
about like y'all's quarterback, to be honest.
did you guys see?
I hate to
Dak's,
say it. Jordan Love's not very impressive anymore to me.
in his second year as a
Just
starter.
second
Jesus
year, I was gonna
Christ.
say
He's not.
not after
He
freaking.
regressed. There's no doubt about it. Go look it up. He regressed.
Yeah, I mean he's not the highest paid player in the NFL.
Don't get me wrong. Dak Prescott is not good, but he's not like what he's worth.
You ever heard of a whataboutism?
What do you mean by
That's what you're doing right now.
what's that?
You're
It's called a deflection.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
deflecting on
Instead of owning it, you want
Yeah.
to throw our quarterback. And we're not
Yeah,
even talking
God.
about our cornerback.
Oh, okay. Well, true.
Could have said so many other ones.
Yeah,
he just
dude,
had to say
the
Jordan
Eagles
Love.
or the.
But he's
freaking
actually
Giants
pretty comparable
Well,
right
he
now.
can't really say the Eagles. They just won Super
Oh.
Bowls.
No,
or the
definitely not
Redskins.
Eagles.
Like, oh wait,
No, Jaden Daniels is fucking good. He's better than Dak.
Well,
But I mean, in my opinion, I thought Jordan Love was good, but he's looking kind of like Dak now.
I mean, Jordan Love had 37 touchdowns this year. So
How many interceptions?
I think 13.
A ton.
enough,
13?
enough.
That's normal.
Look who led the league in touchdowns the year before. Dak
do.
Prescott.
Oh, who's second? Jordan Love.
Exactly. Always at the top. So
Yeah, they are comparable.
yeah, but I
To
mean,
me-
Dak is he's already hit his peak. It's over with already. And
yeah,
I think
Dak's
he
at his
knows it
peak.
too. He did come out with a statement saying that he believes, which I guess he's supposed to say this, but he believes that they would have won the Super Bowl had he had not got hurt.
This season?
Even after, yeah, he came out with the statement.
Oh, he's out of his
And
mind.
he said too, that was right after obviously not right after, but you got to remember he was on the sideline in the Falcons game saying we fucking suck, but
Yeah.
would have won the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, he's out of his mind for that.
Yeah.
I think he said this Gatorade sucks.
This gate, no, he didn't. That's when he had just fucking fucked up his hamstring.
Yeah, that was when he tore his hamstring, supposedly. I don't believe that. But.
I don't. It doesn't say that they're looking for a quarterback, so I'm assuming they're going to have to stick it out with him.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he'll catch fire or something. Maybe they'll have a decent year. They're going to have to really hit in this draft, though.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
'Cause they don't have the money to bring anybody else in.
free agency in the draft, they're gonna have to hit. I mean, bottom line. I mean, they said they're gonna be. What did it say? Selectively aggressive in free agency. So we'll see what happens with that.
It's saying here that Kansas City may be looking for a tight end. So these rumors about Travis Kelce retiring could be.
He just announced today he's coming back.
he's
He is
back.
coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
4 hours
yeah,
ago, though.
this was on
here
February 22nd.
Yeah, he announced on the McAfee show today he's coming back.
Speaking of the McAfee show and the combine, there was a report about Ian Rapoport and who was the other one? Florio?
Nope. Jordan Schultz.
Jordan Schultz.
Schultz. Okay, so I didn't really I saw the clip of that, but it didn't really break down anything. But Ian Rapoport, you could see him like turning all red and trying to like kind of deflect the situation. But what had happened? Were they arguing about whose draft board, or did he get his coffee before him, or
I don't know.
did he take his girl?
Apparently, there's an article on Pro Football Focus. I need to look it up.
But
Okay,
I don't know.
I gotta know. Like they did a whole tell of the tape and everything. They're pretty evenly sized. Rapport's
not.
5'10". The other guy's 6 foot.
Rappaport's 5'5".
No, he's
Yes,
not.
he
Yes,
is.
he is.
5'5".
Yes.
Yes, dude.
I thought it said 5'10" to 6 foot.
No.
Jesus, 5'5".
Yes. And did you know that freaking Jordan Schultz's dad owned Starbucks?
No way.
Yep.
You're lying.
Dustin, am I lying?
What?
Jordan Schultz's dad owns
So
Starbucks.
what it was your actual true thing about my daddy owns this place.
Yes.
Okay. So you know how everybody does those jokes saying my dad owns this and everybody. You know how many times I've heard that? So Jordan Schultz's dad actually owned the place.
Yes. My daddy
Damn,
owns
Ian
the
Rapoport
lake.
didn't check in. That's what it was. You're on my turf, motherfucker. Where they at? They're in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, Indy.
So Jordan Schultz's dad owns a Starbucks
No.
in Indianapolis.
No, he owns Starbucks.
Starbucks.
He's the CEO. He's the sorry.
What?
He's the CEO of Starbucks.
Yes.
Howard Schultz.
Yes.
What the fuck is Schultz doing as a fucking NFL analyst?
He's out there grinding.
Damn, dude.
It says right here. we're told
They're
Rapoport.
grinding, you get it? Coffee grinds? Grinding coffee? Good one.
I
Oscar.
like that.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
glad you caught that.
He's out there grinding.
Yeah, this article from
Keeping it in the family. Family business, baby.
from Florio says, we're told Rapoport was talking to an agent. Schultz approached Rapoport and said, we need to talk, or specific words to that effect. Rapoport replied with, we don't need to talk. And then Schultz then made accusations about Rapoport. We're told Rapoport, let's see, the accusations, he said, were unfounded. The two men were essentially face to face. If you have anything to say, to me, say it to my fucking face. Schultz said,
nice.
or specific words to that effect. If this continues, we're going to have a fucking problem. As noted below, Schultz does not recall using profanity. Schultz is denying he used profanity.
Yeah, you're real big in Daddy's shop, though, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says, if this happens again, we're going to have a fucking problem. Schultz said, or specific words to that effect. Now I'll step back.
The classic, my daddy owns this place. But it actually was true this time.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a little upsetting because he was like waiting for Ian Rapoport to get on his turf and then talk shit to him.
But my daddy owns the lake.
I got a feeling I can fix it.
I can fix it.
I got a feeling that like if they did come to blows, like Ian Rapoport is so like connected that he probably would have shown up with some backup.
My God. Yeah.
Beat the
Well,
shit
he
out
called
of him.
NFL security, apparently.
There you go.
It says, apparently the biggest hinge point of this was that Schultz's Wednesday report that Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford recently met with Raiders minority owner Tom Brady in Montana. Rapoport downplayed the report as a chance, unplanned meeting. Schultz dismissed the notion that it was a random encounter between Brady and Rapoport. And that's like what the whole, like, they were arguing about that.
So Rapoport said that Rapoport downplayed the meeting between Brady and another owner.
No, between Brady and Matthew Stafford.
Oh, okay. So it was Matthew Stafford and just Brady. Okay, that could have been a coincidence. That could have just been two quarterbacks that played the game walking to
That's
each
what Rapoport was saying. He's like, dude, that's not like a legit story. And
so is Jordan Schultz trying to get Matt Stafford to the Raiders and he doesn't want him to downplay it? That sounds to me like Jordan Schultz doesn't want people to think that
Schultz is trying to get break the news.
Yes,
Like
correct.
okay.
Like
awesome.
he's trying to jump on it.
Yeah, so
He's the
Schultz
guy.
wants his report to be true,
Yeah.
and he didn't like how Rapoport downplayed it.
Yes.
What a pussy. That's a bitch shit, dude. Come on.
And dude, Schultz has been known to like throw out some wrong reports.
Yeah, if you're resorting to threats and problems to have, like, yeah, Rapoport was probably like, dude, get out of my face. Like, I hope he still got his fucking coffee, though. I hope he still got the coffee. Hey, everybody boycott freaking Starbucks from now on.
What did Rapoport say at the end of the video? He goes, yeah, there's some other great coffee makers out there, notably Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin'.
Nice. Hell yeah. Everybody go to Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, that's kind of shitty.
What
Like,
did Tone say to
and if anybody
give a glass of water, slap it in his face.
knows if it was a real meeting or not, it would be Rapoport. I would think.
But Jordan Schultz is like the new guy on the game, trying to be like Austin said, he's trying to break the news, be like the guy, and maybe some older guys in work and like it is his jobs.
They
like,
got connections.
Some older guys like that you come in and you're the new guy. And sometimes they're like, well, the new guy can't, they look down on you, that type of thing. That might be some of that too with Rapoport.
Dude, Schultz does have the inside with like the Niners and the like all that Seattle shit, all that
The West Coast.
West Coast. I'd never even heard of him until now.
Really?
Yeah, I never heard of Jordan.
Dude, he's been on the McAfee show a lot.
Huh.
That's why
Whoa!
He's Fox Sports' insider. I didn't know who he worked for, but he works for Fox Sports.
Oh, I don't know if you know this, James, but whenever he was on the McAfee show, he said he got teased a lot in high school, like when they were playing basketball.
Who?
Schultz. Like they'd call him Little Latte as his nickname.
It's all coming full circle, dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Wow. Jordan Schultz out here grinding. Well, if it doesn't work out for Jordan Schultz, I think he'll be all right.
He's been here a while.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. So he told him he took Ian Rapoport's, I guess, Rapoport. He took it as like him downplaying Jordan Schultz's story, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much it. That's all that it came to.
He's like, quit discrediting me, basically, is what he was trying to say.
Think they were boozed up?
Well, if that guy would have put hands on Ian Rapoport, his career probably would have been over. So if I was Rapoport, that's just one guy that would be out of your way.
I'm shocked there's not a video of it like that's come out.
Do you think they were boozed up though?
Well, no, maybe they were talking normally, like they weren't.
They're all drunk and shit. Like, hey,
Well, not getting coffee
Well, I don't think they're
at a
talking.
bar, probably.
just hey, getting coffee to sober up.
According
They
to
didn't
this,
say what time it was.
yeah, they did not. According to this, it says they were face to face, like they had to be basically separated.
And nobody got it. Oh, Starbucks has to have it on their cameras, right?
Yeah.
It'll come out. It'll come out eventually.
Not if his dad owns the freaking company.
Well, I mean, it depends on who the aggressor was, and if you got a 6-foot Jordan Schultz and little Rapoport, like it would make his son look cool that he was picking on a little guy, or it'd make him look like a bully either way. Woke America though, so yeah, probably not.
This is a hilarious story. This is one of the funniest.
Yeah, I could go on and on about it.
This
You got all these bad motherfuckers at the combine, and you got two of these fucking little pussies fighting in the Starbucks.
Easy, dude. Easy.
pretty fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Like
hilarious.
of all the things, of all the shit that could, all the drama that could be happening in this combine, we got two reporters.
It's
about
happening in the concourse.
Yeah. Fucking. And then Brady and Stafford started fighting each other too. From what I heard. I'll take Matt Stafford in that one. So,
Awesome
Yeah.
boy, yeah. Duh.
we will inform you guys if any more comes out of that. Last thing about the combine, LaQuint Allen gonna get drafted by the Cowboys. That's my sleeper of the NFL draft this year. I've been talking about him for a while, so I can't jump ship now. 26 touchdowns, over 2,600 yards, 2 years at Syracuse.
What do you mean that's your sleeper?
That's my sleeper in draft. Like he's not a well-known player. Like he's probably ranked like between 15 and 20 when it comes to running backs in the draft. So I just think that when he gets drafted, whoever he goes, if he goes to the right situation,
He's gonna be good?
I think that he'll be good.
Oh, okay.
I think he'll.
Sleeper, like, he's gonna get drafted way.
And he's been
earlier.
healthy too. He's played all games both seasons, so he hasn't. His longevity as far as college went was great. So, you guys got any sleepers before we move on? Draft sleepers?
Not really sleepers.
I like the Henderson dude. No, he's not projected as a first rounder right now at Ohio State. I like him a lot. He's projected like early second to mid second.
Both running backs, right?
Judkins is close, but I think Henderson's ranked a little bit higher as of right now. I like him a lot. I think he could really be a hell of a player.
Gotcha.
A hell of an American.
Okay, quarterbacks in the draft. What are we, top 5 right now? I think they have, obviously, Cam Ward, number 1.
Yep.
They got Shador Sanders, number 2. Jaxson Dart, I believe, is 3rd. And you said Milroe was ranked 4th?
According to Bucky Brooks of
Bucky
NFL Network. Milroe was 4th, 5th was
Rapoport's going to come out saying
It's like,
McCord.
that was all bullshit.
You're gonna slap the shit out of him too.
He's gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts and this guy's gonna fucking confront him there too.
He's kind of a sleeper too, to be honest. McCord.
I like Kyle McCord.
He had a heck of a year at Syracuse this year.
Dude, I don't know why he left Ohio State. I thought he was better than Will Howard.
My favorite one was the Indiana quarterback, though. I think
O'Rourke?
Yeah, I like O'Rourke a lot.
And he played with a torn MCL, I believe,
Yeah.
all season.
yeah,
so
he can throw it,
Tough
man.
kid.
He's got a good ball.
He's a Signetti guy.
Another thing that came out in the McAfee show was the whole Jaxson Dart thing. They asked if his dad checked out. Because of the, I guess, what was the thing? It's like something about
There was
the dad sleeping with the son's girlfriend or
Yeah,
something.
there's some like Ole Miss student. I don't think he's anybody of note. I think it's just an Ole Miss student.
It's just a frat boy. That's all he was.
but his dad allegedly slept with. I don't want to get sued because she's now suing Barstool. She's suing McAfee.
Allegedly.
Anyway, they're suing him now for pushing a false.
What I heard, Austin, is Dustin said she fucked that guy's dad.
Yeah, that's what the allegations are that the dad.
Hey, we're just telling news here, okay? We're not.
What are y'all talking about?
Okay, well, apparently, like, with the whole Ole Miss situation, it was just a joke that was brought up on the McAfee show about how does Jaxson Dart's dad check out? Meaning, like, at Ole Miss, the dad sleep with the son's girlfriends over there. Because there's a story that came out about this frat boy who had this girlfriend. His dad came to a party, ended up screwing his girlfriend, allegedly.
Multiple times, actually.
Yeah, okay, well, multiple times. Look at this. He knows more than he's saying. So it was just a kind of a joke, like, is Jaxson Dart's girlfriend being screwed by his dad or not? So that's mainly what it is.
Yeah. And then apparently the boyfriend stayed with her, though.
Things are different in the South, brother.
I don't think I could stay. That would be so weird. Like, I don't even know how you'd handle a situation like
Bo White just slinging me at Jaxson State, boy. Bo White.
that. Can y'all imagine that, though? Your dad sleeping with your chick? Like,
Dustin, can you tie my bathing suit? I'll be right there, baby. Woo. Damn, dude.
that'd be a low blow, man.
Yeah, that would very well be.
That'd be a huge gut punch to
You'd
find
be
that
like,
out.
damn, I want to go visit Dustin this weekend again. Your mom's like, again? Oh, shit. Yeah, but it was just a joke. Like, there's nothing about Jaxson Dart's dad that's really happening. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Wasn't there who was it last year? The Michigan quarterback's dad was slapping his chick's ass on camera.
Oh, grabbed it on.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy's girlfriend was in the crowd.
Oh, that's right.
They were celebrating, and the dad fucking got a handful of those 2 little boiled eggs down there, boy.
That's right.
Got a little squeeze. And you can't. I don't. Maybe he didn't do it on purpose, but I mean, he got a pretty good.
You have to.
He got a pretty good basketball palm
Yeah.
full. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Slapping.
There's
that,
not?
saying good job, but when you're doing it to your son's girl, maybe not. Maybe he was like, maybe he's into the whole stepdaughter thing.
You think that's planned? Like, you think that's planned?
There'd be some sick motherfuckers if it was planned.
Hey, we're talking about it right now.
I'm just bringing it
No,
up.
I'm saying that we're talking about it right now. Like, you think it was planned? Like, oh, it's gonna go viral.
Well,
or
dude,
some shit
I
like
mean,
that.
this guy was probably been married to his wife for a while. He's got his opportunity to grab another woman for the first time.
But
you know?
it's on camera.
feel,
It's
cop a
gonna
little
go.
feel.
It's gonna go viral. Our names are gonna be out there a lot more. Like, hey, I'd plan that.
Yeah, maybe J.J. McCarthy took the year off for some family problems. Family issues that were going on in the house.
That's why he had a season.
But that was a pretty obvious, cup there.
Yeah.
It was a pretty obvious cup.
Why does it happen during the draft all the time? Like, you've seen it.
That wasn't during the draft. That was during the national championship.
Draft, national championship. Why does everyone catch that?
Because that's when you find out. That's when you have to study about these kids. Like, that's when you check everything from their past.
Oh yeah, they always pan to the hot girlfriend in the stands.
Like when
Or
Baker
their
Mayfield-
parents.
Yes.
When Baker Mayfield was going through draft, that's when that whole arrest video came out where he just got fucking sideswiped by that cop. That was a perfectly formed tackle too. But I don't think that was anything with maybe his dad just
But he had the whole Brett Favre thing, right?
had a couple beers,
Baker did.
whole Brett Favre thing.
Like the whole he recreated Brett Favre's draft day, like on the bed,
Oh,
telephone, something like that.
You remember?
You're looking up pictures of Baker Mayfield on bed or what?
No.
Show me.
Y'all remember when Brent Musburger was talking about AJ
What
McCarron?
a beautiful woman.
Yeah, you remember that one?
Yes.
Dude, Brent Musburger is known for that.
That's what I'm talking about. I was like,
He was the one with the Florida State girls too.
Yes.
He was like,
Jen
and a
Sturger.
lot of men are gonna be trying to come to Florida State
Florida
now.
State. That was Jen
A lot of
Sturger.
young, yeah. Brent Musburger's a perv.
And the girl,
We're gonna see him on How to Catch a Predator pretty soon.
the girl that she's a wrestler, Lana.
Yeah, Lana.
That was her.
And there's Jen Sturgeon. And there was one more. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I think she's one of the less famous ones. But yeah, no, that I think like every young man that saw that in high school, I bet everybody who saw it is gonna remember that.
Yeah.
But that was great, man.
You start throwing your footballs in the backyard, and you prep to be an Alabama quarterback.
I think AJ McCarron and that chick have like 4 kids together now, 4 or 5 kids already. Yeah, he's trying to lock her down. AJ McCarron, the UFL hero, there. Okay,
Birmingham Stallions.
can we move on from the combine, or y'all good? Y'all got anything else?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Let's go to the other news that broke a couple days ago. We did kind of talk about it a little bit off camera, but the Johnathan Martin Richie Incognito thing. Reports are Johnathan Martin's mom made all this up, convinced him to go along with the narrative, Richie Incognito lost $10 million due to being released by the Dolphins.
It was the Dolphins at the time.
Suspended for a year and a half. And now he's coming out saying that it was all fake. He never got bullied. Richie Incognito is pissed off. So,
At Schefter and all them.
wow. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll insert that picture right here. It's the Brett Favre Baker Mayfield thing. Okay, read that for me, Dustin. Do you have it pulled up?
No, I do not.
Okay, pull that up real quick, see what they said about that. From what I understand, though, the Richie Incognito pretty much said that he couldn't hack it in the NFL. Maybe his mom saw that he was going to retire or didn't want to play anymore, didn't want to make any more money, so the message that he sent to Johnathan Martin was about slapping his real mom, among other things. Which should I read the message or no?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should. It's kind of here. Let me bring it up.
Exploited the leader.
But whenever you find yours, Dustin, let me read what you see.
He never believed he was bullied. Essentially, and then Incognito came at Adam Schefter saying, "You tried to ruin my career on a fake story," all this kind of stuff like that. He came after him pretty hard. Actually,
Is he going to sue?
I would, but I mean,
Does Adam Schefter have $10 million?
I would assume so.
I don't know what he would sue him for, how much, but I mean,
Defamation, dude.
no, I mean how much is what I mean by that. Like how much?
He would have to sue Johnathan Martin because Schefter was getting these reports from Martin and his mom.
I
think you
but
can
he's
sue anybody,
he's
almost.
reporting it though.
Made up by Johnathan Martin's mother and father, who wrote a response of claiming Bullygate. Bullygate. That's cute. Okay, so you tried to ruin my career over a lie. A decade later, Johnathan Martin admits that he was never bullied. His mother pushed a narrative of bullying to the media. Incognito tweeted to Florio, Johnathan Martin never believed in his stance his camp was taking during the Ted Wells investigation. The NFL and media ran with the false narrative, ruined careers, and moved on. Richie Incognito couldn't move on. Apparently, Incognito and Marquise Pouncey were also involved in it, too.
I remember Pouncey being in there.
Now, one tweet that was real popular about this, it was a tweet of a message. So, the message said, "Hey, what's up, you half piece of shit?
Half what?
I saw you on Twitter. You've been training 10 weeks. I'll shit in your fucking mouth. I'm going to slap your fucking mouth. I'm going to slap your real mother across the face. Ha ha. Fuck you. You're still a rookie. I will kill you."
Dude, I sent that exact same message to Scott earlier.
Yeah, I sent that
Yeah,
to you
what the-
last night.
Yeah, what the?
Jesus. No, that's not bullying. That's just locker room talk.
Yeah.
And two, I talked about this with y'all too. What did Johnathan Martin say to him?
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
He said nothing, I don't think.
Johnathan Martin had to have told him something. Like,
Uh-oh.
you don't take that shit.
I don't know what I don't see anything.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like, if they're talking shit like that to each other, surely Johnathan Martin's just not sitting there all quiet and not saying nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
Richie Incognito ain't going to be a little girl, though, and basically leak the messages that he got from Johnathan Martin.
Yeah.
Johnathan Martin was traded after this, though, to the 49ers, and I think he...
Won a Super Bowl.
Did he win a Super Bowl?
No, the 49ers haven't won a Super Bowl. They went to a Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. So, thoughts on this? What's going to happen here?
Nothing. in my
Absolutely.
opinion.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm kind of glad Martin did come forward. I'm kind of glad. You know, he kind of basically took 2 years away from Incognito, and it kind of took this whole like
But why?
this whole costume off of Incognito that he was a bully and this bad guy when he wasn't.
Why did he come forward though? Like,
Because
what's the point?
I mean, Richie Incognito lost a lot of money over this, and everybody was saying that they were best friends during their time together in Miami. So after this happened, think of Incognito's reputation.
Yeah.
Maybe
It
he
was
felt a
that-
little
so
sympathy.
that was years and years ago. But why
Yeah.
now come out and say that?
Peace of mind, I guess. Closure.
Yeah, the article.
I've seen some Richie Incognito interviews. He seems like a cool guy, like a
Yeah.
good dude. Locker room talk, you can't, when it comes to a person, you can't bring that out. Like, that stuff stays in the locker room. Think of the stuff we say to each other off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it would paint a narrative about all of us, actually. Oh, not you, Dustin. You're a nice guy.
Martin said he was tired of being known for like that. Is like outside of football now. Like
Yeah.
he just
As
was
the
just
guy that
known.
couldn't-
There we go.
Hack it.
Apparently, was like one of the things that he was just tired of being known for just that story.
Like, yeah. Why would you just come out like now?
So,
That-
think about this now. Does Richie Incognito get to the Hall of Fame now? Because he was a great offensive
He
lineman.
was pretty freaking
He
good.
was very good. A year and a half, $10 million. Richie Incognito, he's not going to be the type of guy to go after Johnathan Martin, but he did claim that the Dolphins wanted their money back that they paid him. I'm guessing that since all that shit happened, maybe the Dolphins were like, just let him keep the money. But from what I'm seeing here, that the Dolphins tried to get their money back, and I guess there's a whole, I don't know if it's a lawsuit or whatever, but Incognito says that they're entitled to the money that they paid because he didn't, I guess, play out.
Give him all of it. Fuck it.
It doesn't sound to me like Johnathan Martin liked football. But,
No.
fucking, what a come up for Richie Incognito, you know what I mean? Like, looks like a hero here. So, offensive linemen are the dirtiest motherfuckers in the NFL, though.
Grabbing nuts.
Yeah.
Grabbing butts.
Pattern of harassment.
Easiest to coach.
144-page report
What do you mean
by
it's
Ted
easy to
Wells
coach?
on Bullygate.
Offensive lineman.
Yeah.
They're
How?
the easiest type of people to coach
Yeah.
because they're like go hard, like do right guys.
What do they make of this
The
report?
position's hard to coach, meaning like what you're
Yeah.
doing. But I'm talking about like
Oh, okay.
like
the
there's
top
no
guys-
prima donnas that are offensive linemen.
What
Doesn't happen.
What? So this 145-page report that came out by Ted Wells on Bullygate received a pattern of harassment. Okay, so after that report came out, Incognito was suspended. What do they make of this report now? Did they say Ted Wells is full of shit? Like, is that what the case is now?
Oh, just like a lot of things.
Do you just throw it out and say, like, man,
Just throw it out. And
that
send
shit
it.
needs to be kept in-house, man.
Yep.
Yeah, they probably paid Ted Wells a significant amount of money to do that investigation. And for what? For a guy that was lying about it? So, fuck you, Johnathan Martin. Richie Incognito is a hero down in Miami, Florida. Incognito.
When I met her in college.
You've never met a virgin bride, Dustin?
Virgin bride?
Yeah, like a girl. Like you never met a girl that married one of your friends that was a virgin when she married him?
No.
Well, let's say that he's the only one that took her virginity.
No.
I do.
I think
Who?
I can't say the names on it.
I do. I know one, but
Yeah, I know a couple.
I don't know.
Actually,
I just know one.
just think of high school sweethearts.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's all coming back to me. What a fucking song. What a song. What a banger. Okay, what did we just talk about? The Incognito thing?
yeah.
All right, let's talk a little bit of the sports betting industry. Check to see if I'm winning my bets. Let's see. Just type in Horizon League. I'll find out right here. While we're doing that, the sports betting industry made a record-breaking $13.71 billion of beautiful, beautiful joy.
Some greens.
You can't even be mad at that. Like, I support that so much. I support the gambling industry so much.
Milwaukee's beating Oakland 42-34.
42-34. Oh, I took them at +7. We're still good.
It's halftime.
We're still good. But that over's looking good. Over's looking good.
Yeah.
We're looking good there. Okay, gambling industry, 13.71, like I was saying, in 2024. They are apparently doing their taxes right now. But
You said
this is worldwide,
you
correct?
said- yeah, you said billion?
Billion.
Yeah.
With a B. 0.0000000, I believe.
Did you see why they don't allow it like in most states now?
Because they're gay.
No, not gay. That's kind of.
I bet whatever he says right now is going to be a pretty gay excuse.
No, it's because they are afraid of people like me losing everything, and then crashing like every freaking market. Like I can't pay my house. I can't pay anything.
That's pretty gay.
It's,
a gay
okay, that's gay, but
You're a
That's-
grown-ass man. You can make decisions on your own. If you want to lose your house,
I know.
you want to lose your wife and kids,
that was
why not put $250,000 on Milwaukee to beat
that was the
Oakland tonight?
excuse of why they didn't want to legalize gambling in every state.
Nah.
Yes, it is.
They're going to all get with the program eventually. Like, not
Not
only does
Utah.
sports gambling,
I read it was on that article that Dustin sent.
we're making more money off. Isn't the government making more money off taxes with that kind of,
It
with
doesn't
those kind of
matter.
numbers?
They're gonna worry about people losing everything and being depressed and killing themselves. And
Not Donald Trump. Hey, we got a population issue right now.
Okay.
No, Texas needs to get with the program here.
Yeah.
I think that they can make a lot of money off gambling. So we're us and what 9 other states they said 10 states that don't have legal gambling. Yeah, we need to figure that out. There is a couple of what do you call them, Indian reservations around the area where you can gamble. That's the only thing Americans are probably jealous of Indians of. But
Heyo.
probably a stupid thing to say.
How's it going?
Yeah. Last time we talked about this, there was the owner for the Mavericks. Is supposedly
Nico.
Yeah, she's supposedly a big gambling connoisseur, and she wants to bring a casino to the Mavs' new stadium or something like that. What was the word there?
Yeah, so that's what she wants to do. She wants to build a casino and resort like around whenever they eventually build the new stadium. That's what her whole goal is. And she hired people to lobby for it, like 50 different people to lobby for it. So we'll see what happens.
Guess who's against that?
Which lobbyists are just attorneys?
Guess who's against that?
Dan Crenshaw.
No.
Mark Cuban?
Nope. Jerry Jones. He don't want that.
According to who?
He don't want that.
According to who?
Everyone.
I've never heard.
Who's everyone?
Me and and half of New Braunfels. I don't know. But I heard that he did not want that because of some reason. I was like, why not?
I mean, if you're looking out for the people, I guess that's a pretty good excuse.
Yeah, he's looking out for the people. But is he?
Apparently, so the states that don't have this is just if you like look at it, okay, well, like who would add it? Like who would still eventually add it? You look at like the lottery. Crazily enough, Nevada does not have the lottery. They don't have a state lottery.
Really? Well, I mean,
Neither does Utah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's Mormon country though.
Louisiana,
have sex there.
what state is that? That's
What'd you say?
You can't have
Can't
sex
even
in
have
Utah.
there? Yeah, you can. If
Alabama.
you're married, you can have all kinds of sex.
Alabama also has no state lottery.
You know what I heard too? Like that Mormons do this thing called soaking.
Soaking,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
They do.
You're
heard that?
you're way behind that.
Yeah, you are.
No, I heard this a while back, but we
Yeah.
just never brought it up. But soaking is when you're just, I guess, kind of more intimate than fun, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And you have somebody else move the bed, kind of
Yeah.
like an Amish thing too.
That's not soaking. No.
I want you to try that out and report back to us.
You freak! You're fucking weird, dude.
Report back and tell us how awesome it is. Sounds terrible.
Soaking.
Soaking, yeah.
Sounds like I'd fall
You
asleep.
stay in there. Quaking is whenever you hit the bed at the bottom of the.
That'd be technically considered a threesome, though, right?
Nope, because you're underneath the bed. Like you and your wife having sex.
Wife. You just got that Aaron Rodgers accent. My knee.
Wife
My
or
knee.
wives. I'll be under the bed, kicking the bed, and like, hey, you're just vibrating and stuff.
I thought you wanted to be recording it.
Either way, we're quite. Hey,
Okay.
quit
That went way off topic there.
Quit giving away my ideas.
Okay. Speaking of gambling, also we talked about this too, but we didn't come out with it. The Fresno State men's basketball, 2 of their top 3 scorers have been suspended. Correct, Dustin? That was the word.
They did.
Fresno State has a shitty basketball record. There has been some allegations of sports gambling. Okay, and not too long ago, I just sent y'all another one about the New Orleans basketball team.
Yeah, the
just
New
came
Orleans
out
one.
with gambling allegations also. And guess what? I think they have the same exact record.
It's like
I think that was
New
something
Orleans is
that,
god awful too.
4 and
yes.
25.
yeah, their record is 4-25.
I know.
Yeah, so and isn't Fresno State's like 5-25 or something like that? Yeah, it's about the same thing.
It's like your gambling record.
Yes, and this is why, because there's more of it going on than we think. I think so too. So, Austin,
Yeah.
we're gonna visit this again. I don't know if you remember because you were kind of drunk last time we talked about it.
Nah.
If you were offered money and you were a college athlete, you were a starter on the Fresno State basketball team, and you could predict the outcome or you can control the outcome of your game, would you take that deal?
Do I have a D1 deal?
You have
Do
you
I have
are a
an-
starter on the Fresno State basketball team. It is D1, okay?
do I
You're
have-
coming to the end of your career.
Do I have
okay?
an NIL?
No, you're just an average starter. You don't have no NIL. You're an average player, but you're an average starter. You're a senior. This is going to be your last year of basketball.
100%. I'm taking that.
You know, when we asked him about it when he was drunk, he said he wouldn't.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
now he's in a better state of mind, or he's thought about it a little more.
Yeah.
Okay, now I didn't tell you what amount of money. How much amount of money would it take for you to do it?
So I'm throwing a game.
You're throwing a game. Let's say your bookie needs to cover 9.5 points. Your team is winning by 9, and you have 0.6 seconds on the clock, and you're at the free throw line. You're a 90% free throw shooter. Do you miss that last free throw?
100%.
Yeah, because you could say, like, I just want the clock to run out. That's why I missed it on purpose.
100%.
Yeah, and it was just a coincidence, right? You know, you got a pair of glasses on and one on top of your head, too.
Oh,
That's why I know you would take it. Dustin, how much amount of money would it take for you to do it?
To throw it?
To throw it?
$10.
Probably like 10 grand.
It would, dude, I think it would take more for me. I think it would have to be at least 100 G's for me.
It depends. You said if the team was bad.
The team's bad. Like Fresno State. We'll put yourself on the Fresno State basketball team. You're not going to get caught, but yet there's a possibility of you getting caught. Okay, a guy comes up to you, hey, we got a $500,000 bet on you guys tonight to cover the 9.5 points.
Yeah.
Okay, now if y'all win by 10, we're fucked. You're at the free throw line. Y'all are up by 9. The other team's covered the 9.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 seconds left. Do you make the free throw or do you miss it?
But are you fucking up the whole game though?
You're fucking up the spread.
I know. Are you like during the game while you're playing? Are you like?
No, he's
Make
But
it-
you have to
are you
listen to
making-
what I said. I said you can predict the outcome of this game. That's how good you are.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
a starter.
So-
You're the starting. Let's say you're the starting point guard. You're the facilitator.
Yes. Are you messing up the whole game? Like,
No, not necessarily. You're just keeping it within 10 points the whole game.
no, I couldn't do that then.
You would have to pick your spot.
You're talking about one play.
Yes, I'm talking about one play, but yet if you're a starter on this team, you got to remember we can't go up by that much. We have to stay within 10 points. It's in the back of your mind.
So you try to play the best game of your life, so it doesn't look like you're throwing the game.
And I would think they would
And then you
target
miss
the point guard, right?
one
Because
shot.
he's the one that comes down with the ball. He's the one that passes. Yeah, and he could turn the ball over easily. It would take probably 100 to 200,000 for me to get them for me to do it. I think, and I would only do it once. And if I got caught, I mean, basketball career is over anyway.
But you're at Fresno State, so you're not getting drafted, maybe.
No, you're not getting drafted. You're just a starter. You have a possibility to maybe ride the bench in the G League.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
See, now
Well,
you're,
the
now
thing
you're
is-
now you're changing everything.
No, I'm not.
What you got, Dustin?
What they're screwing up is that they're probably doing it through these books. They're not doing it like the old school style of like through the mob where they just like everything's cash and like it's harder to trace. They're all doing it through these books now. That's how they're getting caught.
I don't think. Is that how they got caught? Were they
Yes.
placing bets on their own?
No, what I'm saying is that that's how they're getting caught. I guarantee it. That like cash is hard to trace like between like just the local.
Yeah, but
bookie.
that's stupid to put yourself in a network of gamblers.
Well, yeah,
Like,
kids are stupid.
you find like a distant friend or relative and say, "Hey, bet on us tonight."
That's what they've been doing.
Yeah, that's what I think they should do. He's
No,
saying
that-
that they're gambling themselves.
No, they're not.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that whoever's placing the bet is doing it through a DraftKings or a
Yes.
BetMGM.
And it's their family.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. The only way I would do it is if there was an actual bookie. Like if
You see what I mean with
a
that?
friend of mine knew an actual bookie who takes bets, whereas
not
illegally,
a big, yeah,
illegally, pretty much.
illegally, yes.
Yes, not an online legal.
Well, that's how the Iowa State guys got busted. They were just straight up on DraftKings, like themselves.
Yeah, that's
No,
just
they
stupid.
weren't. I thought they were doing it like
That's what that wide receiver from LSU was doing too. He had his own gambling account and everything. We're talking like he had bet like over 60, 80 grand, I think.
He
right?
wasn't throwing games though.
No, he wasn't. He was just betting on games. And Calvin Ridley,
Same story.
yeah,
They
he
weren't
was
throwing
betting on
he was
other
betting
shit.
on other teams,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
because you have inside information.
Exactly. So,
No, I thought he was betting on other sports.
Yeah, he was.
but the situation I'm putting you guys in is if somebody came up to you, a bookie came up to you and said, "Hey, I'll break you off 100 G's if you keep this game within 9.5 points."
I'm in college.
You're in college, yeah. It's your last year. You're the starting point guard. You're not going anywhere. After college, you're just gonna have to finish your
I had
degree.
zero debt.
No, you're gonna have student loans, dude.
Student
you're
loans?
not on scholarship.
Okay. Well, that's
Oh,
where,
well,
that's,
if you're
that's
a
where it
starter
goes.
as a senior, you probably eventually earn one by now.
That's what I'm going with. It's like,
No, I see.
It could be a deal where you're not even having to throw it. If your team sucks and they're down 20 and you're trying to make a late garbage time rally, you're in there just scoring all these 10 points late to get it back within 9.5.
And there's no that's two that have come out this year. Like there's no telling how many. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's like at least a couple teams in every conference in the NCAA that are doing this kind of shit. It's so easy. It's so easy to get away with. Like
It's obviously not.
Well, they've only caught 2 teams. I think there's a lot more. There's gotta be. There's gotta be a lot of fucking teams doing it. There has to be, dude.
So many.
knows?
So many.
Think about before all this, like how much it was being done that didn't get caught. Like there's been a couple documentaries about some teams, some guys that have gotten caught. There's one on Untold on Netflix.
I watched that one.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. But just think about it, dude. There's got to be countless cases that just aren't caught, that do it the right way, that keep their mouth shut. You know, they don't just show up to a party with 100 G's in their hand. Where the fuck did they get this?
But how are they? Yeah, how are they finding the parents now?
How are they finding the parents?
Yeah, parents' accounts or whatever. Because they're not doing it through their own account.
No, they're probably doing it through a friend. Doing it to a friend or somebody
a
that
parent or
approaches
something.
them.
But how? Like,
Well, yeah, then it's like unusual activity. They start betting too much and winning too much, and they start looking into
they
them.
get addicted to it, kind of like how I am. So,
but no, every time that we hear about this, everyone's been fucking losing. Like, oh, this guy missed fucking
I don't know if they've been losing. I don't know if New Orleans has been losing.
every account or every
Story
Well,
about
I
it.
think
every story.
yeah, you're
like,
talking
hey,
about placing the bets themselves.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can see how they get caught because they do that and they're like, "Fuck, I lost money last night. I gotta try to win my money back," and that's how they probably eventually end up getting caught. But man, I guarantee it. Like I would put everything on it. I'm 99% sure there is countless players right now that are doing this.
there
type
has
of
to
stuff.
be,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
but only the losers
Yeah.
get brought into
And
this.
if you get
No,
caught,
the winners get brought in.
yeah. And if you get caught, I mean, you get caught. You took the chance. I mean, you're gonna get banned. That's it. So
Yep.
issue over. It's not gonna. They're not gonna fucking stop sports gambling. 13.71 billion. No. Sports gambling's not going anywhere anytime soon. So it does like put a tarnish on the reputation of the game. You know, the legacy of it and all that. Tim Donaghy said it best. Like he even said, there's so much more that we don't know about when it comes to professional stuff. But
We should
that's
call
kind
him
of like
up.
a covet of shit that you can't.
We should
that
call
really
him
can't
up.
Talk about. Yeah, no, we should. That's Scott's buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Moving on. What else do we have?
Tournament bubble watch.
Turn and Bubble Watch real quick. Before that, while we're looking that up, let's talk Amarillo Venom. It was sold for $700,000. You said.
Yes.
Yep. We could have. The original asking bid was $7,000. $7,000. We could have put our money together and been the owners of the
Shut up.
Amarillo Venom. Yeah. Indoor football team,
It's
obviously.
it's sold. It's sold for $7,000.
no.
No,
The
700,000.
asking price, the starting bid was
Yeah.
$7,000. Eventually, it made its way up to $700,000, which is very cheap for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We would put a bid in for $8,000 and that's it.
we could have, but I mean, we lost it now.
We would have lost the bid. 'cause
yeah, by-
700,000.
By a couple hundred.
What if we
thousand,
put like a $10,000 bid in and we're like, oh, at least we got the bid on it, then we ended up winning it? Holy shit.
dude? That would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be cool to kind of own a football team, but I mean,
But then you got to remove that Amarillo.
that's exactly what I said, but he called me stupid for that. We've talked about this before, Austin.
Devin's up there.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, close, dude.
Yeah, we have talked about this before.
On the border.
But they're sold. They're now called the Amarillo. What Dustin? What did they change their name to? Dusters. The Amarillo Dusters.
Oh, you're right.
Amarillo Dusters. They were just sold.
I would never name my team that.
Because you used to hit Dusters back in the day, didn't you?
Devil Dusters.
Devil Dusters. Okay, bubble teams. What do we have as far as the bubble goes? Texas did lose to Arkansas last night.
Yeah, it's a.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was a huge.
Oh my
blow.
God.
So starting with the SEC, this should be in Vanderbilt. They're on the bubble. Work to do: Arkansas, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Texas. Big Ten, we got work to do: Ohio State, Indiana, and Nebraska. Let's see here. Big 12, we got Baylor, so that should be in. Work to do: West Virginia, Cincinnati, and then a bunch of outside looking ins. Let's see here. ACC, we got work to do: SMU, North Carolina, and Wake Forest. So I didn't realize that North Carolina still had a chance to get in.
They do.
Let's
They're good at home. I can see Arkansas and SMU getting in. I think there'll be a couple of the last 4 in.
Yeah, they
actually.
put like these little percentages next to them. SMU just has 65% chance right
Yeah.
now. Arkansas had them at what did it have?
Arkansas has some pretty big wins, but they've also had some not bad losses, but losses that shouldn't be there.
Arkansas has 51% chance of getting in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Moving down, we got UConn, 93% chance of getting in. Work to do, Xavier and Villanova. Should be in Utah for the mid-majors, Utah State, New Mexico, Gonzaga, VCU, Drake. Let's see here. Who else?
VCU and Drake should make it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, they're going to make it. Drake is really good. I like Drake as like a first-round upset as a 12 seed or 11 seed somewhere in there because they're good.
Those are the should be in. Some work to do, San Diego State, Liberty, Boise State, George Mason, North Texas.
Ooh, George Mason.
George Mason started the season
Bradley.
off really hot, but they've kind of fallen off a little bit. From what you said there, Utah State, they've had some pretty decent wins, but I think they've had some bad losses. In New Mexico, I thought they were a foot in already.
New Mexico?
Yeah,
It says should be in. They're at 92%.
Should be in.
Should be in. They're not like a lock, though.
yeah,
right
they're
now.
top 5 in their conference. So if they have a bad loss in the first round of the Mountain West Conference,
Something could happen.
It could knock them out. Yeah, but from what you said there, like Arkansas, I think beat Kentucky in Kentucky. They just beat Texas. That's the second time they beat Texas.
Yes, that's correct.
So
Everyone beats Texas.
Texas.
Besides 16.
Texas is going to have to at least make it to the final in the SEC to get to the tournament.
think so.
At least the final. So they're probably out. Texas A&M, I think they're a foot in already.
They're listed as a lock.
Yeah, they're looking at like maybe a 6 or 7 seed or 4 through 7 somewhere.
No way.
Yeah.
They're listed as a lock. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, they're going to be a
no,
top
I thought they were going to be
7
like
seed.
a 3.
No, I don't think they'll be that high because you got Auburn, Tennessee.
Did you watch that Tennessee game?
Well, did you watch last night, Austin?
Nope, I didn't.
A&M lost to Vanderbilt.
Look
last
at
night.
this.
Really?
There he goes again. Just
God, shitting on
start
fucking
talking about the
yeah.
Cowboys. Start talking about the Packers.
Oh,
Start
come
talking
on.
about Texas. Start talking about A&M.
Oh, knows all about A&M now.
Yeah.
I just watched the game last night.
Oh.
I was hoping
Why?
You know why? I was hoping A&M was going to win.
I'm just hoping to bust Austin's balls about this tomorrow.
Oh,
Should never.
Texas needed A&M to win that game because they're going against Vanderbilt for the last spot or so.
Huh.
Speaking of
Lost
college
to fucking
basketball.
Vanderbilt?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Speaking of college basketball, Mr. Gene Hackman has passed away. I just got word here that his wife was found dead with him, maybe like a Romeo and Juliet suicide,
Nope. And his dog.
and his dog.
I think it was a carbon monoxide thing.
What are you, a fucking coroner?
No, I read up on it this morning. I was like,
I
God,
thought you just threw that out there.
No.
I thought we just found this out.
no.
We've
no,
known
no,
about
no,
this?
Sounds
Yeah.
like this morning.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I just got that from y'all, and I was like, no way.
I sent it this morning.
Yeah. But
That's crazy.
college basketball, like that whole bubble first 4 in, they may get 30-40% of that right. Like, and then whenever it actually all comes out, it's like not what you think. Who were the first 4 in and first 4 out? We I don't know if y'all remember us talking about this, but it was I still can't remember that coach's name. Used to coach for Memphis. He made a suggestion that they should bring in like Mike Krzyzewski and Roy Williams and guys like that to be on this committee rather than these athletic directors from these colleges. And when it comes time for, I guess, to talk about Duke and North Carolina, they leave the room. Is what supposedly usually those teams are locks, except North Carolina's kind of on the bubble this year.
Yeah.
But it's baffling because I would think that those are the kind of people that are in this committee already, but you're looking at like congressmen and lawyers and athletic directors. Like it's
Is that the same thing with the
they're
football-
trying to be as
football playoffs?
non-favorable as possible. No, the basketball.
I know. Isn't that the same thing with the football playoffs?
Well, yeah, it is,
Yeah.
but like you said it last time too when we talked about it that they should bring like Saban and them in
Yeah.
to do kind of stuff like that. But I can see that in the future of that happening. So, but maybe they won't need them if they do like they take the top 16 in the playoff nowadays instead of taking the top 12. So
UCLA, remember they made that run a few years ago as a first 4 in team. Well, how far did they go? Was it the Elite
they made it
Eight?
to the Elite Eight. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that was not last year, the year before, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1978.
Has anybody else done that?
1978.
Besides them?
John Wooden.
UCLA lost to Gonzaga to go to the Final Four that year. I believe the year
Barely.
we're talking
It was
about.
close. Has anybody else done that from the first 4?
Yeah. From the first 4, I'm sure somebody has. There's probably has.
You're talking about
If
Tech?
you think about it, like
Talking
first
about Tech,
four,
or-
first four, they play for like an 8 or 9 seed, and then the other ones play for like a 13 seed, I believe.
The first 4, it's like I thought it was an 11 seed. No.
It may be 11, but I thought one was like a 9 and one was an 11. I'm not sure.
I want to say UCLA made it as an 11 when they got in. But anyway.
Didn't they hit like a half court shot too to advance in one of them games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
had
I know who you're talking about.
I know. I think he's getting at that.
Yeah, no, I remember that team.
He's
Now.
throwing subtle hints right now.
That was,
Yeah.
that was,
Just don't bring up A&M though, or don't bring up Texas.
Nope.
No, we don't want to go there.
I don't mind.
I know you don't mind. But you're gonna try to fucking jab us in the throat.
Oh God, no! I'm just saying they lost.
Yeah.
Hey, we're big Texas State fans now.
Way too early
Baseball.
prediction. Who's gonna win the
Baseball,
tournament?
baseball.
Go. Who's gonna win the tournament?
UConn.
They're not gonna make it. Maybe.
They're gonna win it again.
Let's go with. No, not Martin.
Dude, give me Tennessee. Actually,
You already said.
Let's go
hey, great movie.
Michigan.
I'm gonna go with Auburn. I'm gonna go with Auburn win it. They're probably gonna be the first overall seed. So,
They probably are.
and they are very, very good. So Bruce Pearl will finally get his ring. What if it's them and Tennessee in the final? How badass would that be?
I was
Going
trying
against his
to.
old team.
I don't know.
Texas A&M Aggies. I want to put some money on them to make it to the Final Four.
I will do that
It's
too.
all about the draw. It's all about the draw.
SEC's so loaded, man.
Yeah.
Who knows how good like those teams are just been in a dogfight.
I didn't know that Rick Barnes coached for Tennessee. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So he went from one shitty UT to a better UT.
Okay.
That's a good one,
Same
Austin.
colors. Yeah.
They got it rolling now. They're
Steve
good at
Smith.
everything.
Steve Smith Sr. actually had him a hell of a weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to hear this.
Okay, now this is all. I'm reading all this from Twitter here. Okay, now
X.
there has been X. There has been a report. Steve Smith, when he goes on these podcasts and stuff, he talks about being a stand-up guy and like being a man of God and a man to his woman and everything. Turns out he was sleeping with the wife of another man, obviously. This woman was on the Ravens marching band. The Ravens have a marching band. So Steve Smith, I guess, figures he sees her, makes a few moves on her. She is, I guess, obviously playing into it. The husband finds out, leaks Steve Smith's number, takes a video of him trying to call Steve Smith and confront him about it, and leaks all the text messages. Now, we're going to role play here. Dustin, you're going to be the girl. Austin, you're going to be Steve Smith. And y'all are going to read these messages.
First of all, did you know that where Steve Smith went to college?
I don't care.
Utah. So they can have multiple wives.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to read these messages out to you guys. And y'all tell me how intense this was. All right. So the first one was Steve Smith.
No, I'll play it for Hey, what's up?
No. You don't have the message in front of you.
Damn it.
The first message that came out was Steve Smith texted this woman, this married woman, "Take me deep down your throat like you kind of like it. You wanted to suck me off." The woman, "I did. I would have gagged on it, but I had to come home. You enjoy it. You like the way to feel it."
Wait, what do you want us to do?
I'm reading the messages to y'all.
Jesus.
You want to touch yourself to it? You can't. I mean,
No, like what is the process?
bro, I'm reading the messages to y'all.
Oh, okay.
This is kind of funny. She replied, "I like feeling it deep in my wet." Steve Smith says, "Me too. Letting you taste it, though, would be a turn on. I would have shot my blank inside your pussy."
Okay.
You bleeped it the first time, not the second time?
Well, I didn't want to say the other word. He said nut the first time. I didn't want to say that. It's kind of weird.
Well,
She replied, "All right, I'm going uncensored here. I love making you come. I enjoy it more when you come inside me." Okay. Next video.
This is a video?
"Turn you over and get deep inside of you." Dude, there's so many.
I turn you over like a flapjack.
Yeah. I don't know if I should read these. These are getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
Those were the main ones, pretty much.
I just thought it was funny that guy like came out and just put
Yeah.
him on
So
blast.
I'm gonna play it right now. This is the guy.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro. Hey, yo, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro. What you gotta say for yourself?
That's not real.
That's
That
very
was
real.
very real. I saw the video of it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Okay, that's pretty
You
much.
fucking knew.
Steve Smith really doesn't say nothing. He just kind of sits there and listens to that guy talk. But, as a man, a married man, and I'm sure y'all feel the same way, if my wife was fucking another man, I wouldn't go to this other man. I mean, that's human nature for a man to be attracted to a woman and start screwing them. Like, I get it. There are better men out there that won't sleep with the married woman. But this guy's got to be mad at his wife. What's he bothering Steve Smith for? Steve Smith was just... I mean, yeah, it's in nature too to be mad at the guy that's doing it, but what's the saying? It takes two to tango,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So, put yourself in his shoes, Austin.
Um,
Your wife is getting screwed by Steve Smith. Are you gonna get mad at your wife more, or are you gonna be mad at Steve Smith more, or are you gonna record it,
I'm not gonna record shit.
sell it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna record shit.
Didn't we have a whole talk about he wanted to turn the studio into a brothel?
No, not a brothel.
Bro, all the way to Dallas, we talked about how you wanted to start.
He did not
Not,
say
not,
that.
I did
Not
not
a
say.
brothel. No, he wanted to do
Yeah.
Austin T Productions and shit all up in here.
Does that include cheating on your wife?
No,
Or-
I'm just
yeah,
that
that's
was
what
a
I'm
joke
saying.
that I threw out there. Okay, so who would you be more mad at?
Exactly. Probably Steve Smith for not being a better husband.
I think you got this twisted. Okay, the reason.
Or no, be mad at the husband for not being a better husband.
There's a reason he's never going to get married, Dustin.
Yeah.
That right there. Obviously, Dustin, you probably have the right answer here.
Yeah, who would I be more upset with? That'd be my wife.
Exactly. Okay.
But I'd still be pissed off at Steve Smith Sr.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I don't get what the point of like calling him is. What's that?
He wanted his 15 minutes of fame, I think.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, he wanted to confront Steve Smith because whenever
I'm shocked he answered. Number one.
Yeah, well,
I would
I
never.
think he called Steve Smith from his wife's phone.
If you were Steve Smith, would you have answered?
The wife calling me? The one I'm fucking getting deep inside of?
No. As soon as you realize it's the husband, you're gonna hang up. Why would you stay on the phone?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
Maybe he kind of caught him off guard. But
That's a good point.
when this guy caught Steve Smith and his wife doing this, he apparently tagged AB in the post, tagged ESPN, Barstool Sports, everybody, so that maybe
did.
he can get an interview with these guys or something. Maybe just get his 15 minutes of fame is what I think he was doing. It's sad because even if he got these interviews and all that stuff, he's still gonna have to deal with it. He's gonna have to go through a divorce and all that stuff, So, and his wife wasn't even that good looking. The wife wasn't even that hot. So
We're assuming he's gonna go through a divorce.
but there's no kids involved, from what I understand.
Who is this guy?
Just some random guy.
A
just
random
some
guy?
random
Just a
dude.
random guy. Yeah.
Steve Smith was banging his wife.
Yep.
Yeah, and his wife was on the Ravens marching band. So a retired Steve Smith is banging his wife. This didn't happen while he was playing. He's just
happened recently.
Yeah, he's just an NFL analyst who met up with her at Baltimore and liked the way it felt inside of her, apparently.
And that's by the way, if I'm calling Steve Smith Sr., that's not what I'm saying. You're fucking my wife, bro. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what? Number one, I wouldn't call him, but number two, that's just like the dumbest conversation ever.
I think the worst thing he did to Steve Smith in this whole thing was leak his phone number. I mean,
Yeah, I would've done
Steve
that.
Smith can say it's
Now,
sorry.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't have done that, like taking pictures
Oh, I
and
would've, yeah.
blasted it, like that. But
Yeah, so it was a messy situation. This guy had a pretty rough week. I don't know if it made him weaker or stronger after all this shit came out. I think he thinks that doing that, some guys get heartbroken over it, and then they feel like they gotta tell the world my wife broke up with me or my wife cheated on me and all that stuff. Like it's you need to just keep your mouth shut. That's,
Didn't he
if I had any advice to give the guy,
Did he just go to the Hall of Fame?
he got elected, correct?
Or
was he
inducted?
nominated? Was he? Did he?
I don't know.
Well, that doesn't matter. That ain't gonna tarnish his football career. I mean, he's fucking still.
I promise he ain't the first one.
He's slamming fucking.
I was like,
TDs and
dude, he's slinging some freaking dick.
yeah, and
Who
He's
cares?
slamming cervixes too.
Yeah.
So, it's a shitty thing. It sucks. But hey, man, like that's the way of the world. Like you ain't the only guy that's ever been cheated on. Trust me. So
That's why we don't have girlfriends, dude.
yeah,
Never get cheated on.
I don't have a girlfriend, I have a
Boom.
wife, but there's no kids involved from what I understand. So that's a good thing about it.
Not that you know of.
Well, watch it. It's gonna come out that the girl's pregnant now. He's gonna stay together with her just
Jeez.
because of the baby, and then the baby comes out black as hell. Yeah. Let's move on from that. Another NFL news too. This happened a couple days ago, but I thought I would bring it up. A selfie helped the police find the gang that robbed Joe Burrow.
Saw that.
These
Really?
fucking idiots.
Chileans.
These fucking idiots took a selfie with Joe Burrow's chain on, the 9, the Burrow, like everything he had. They took a selfie. They were pulled over on the side of the road. The cops found all the jewelry on them. They said they had bought it.
Not all of it, but
Yeah, well, they probably sold some for some money, but apparently these guys had Patrick Mahomes targeted. Like they were like going to be serial burglars.
John Morant.
I don't know about the whole language barrier, the social media barrier that we have between Mexico and America, but you probably shouldn't put shit like that on social media just for future immigrants, if you make it into the country.
Which ones?
Yeah, all of them, I guess. But that was pretty stupid, but it was kind of funny at the same time. But glad Joe Burrow found out who robbed his house. He was able to get some of his stuff back. Now Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to worry about it because they were targeting him too. So that was what else was in the
They
news.
targeted a lot of people.
Yeah. What else we got? You got anything, Dustin?
The Spurs.
Oh yeah.
Current state of the Spurs, basically.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the Spurs 24-25 season. # tank for Cooper flag. Tank for flag. That's what we're going to try to do. We'll be unstoppable. We get this guy in the draft. After the news came out about Victor Wembanyama's blood clot, Popovich, no later than what, a day later? What? No.
It's groceries.
No later than a couple hours, right? The news came out that Popovich wouldn't be returning.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, so Popovich, is he coming back? Do we know?
No. I don't think ever.
I don't think so either.
give him-
Popovich is 76 years old. He is from Indiana. Hoosier. He's a Hoosier. Gene Hackman, he's gone.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, we did. We just talked about Gene Hackman.
McKinsey.
Yeah, we don't. Gene McGinty. So, if the Spurs tank, they're what, probably sitting at maybe the 6th worst team in the league right now, 6th or 7th, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I will say this. Part of me thinks that maybe they are trying to tank because they didn't play. There was like a stat that came out the other day, like Mitch Johnson like barely played Stephon Castle for like no apparent reason.
Yeah, I mean,
was
you're playing
weird.
for nothing.
And he made the All-Star game.
Yeah,
Like it's just weird. And then the next game they played him like a crazy amount of minutes because like everybody criticized him. Like what the hell are you doing? And we still lost to the Pelicans
But what do? Do you tank?
We lost to the Pelicans?
twice.
Oh, my God.
We're awful.
We've already talked about this with you. What do you do? Do you tank or do you try to win?
Oh, you tank.
Tank.
For sure.
Tank for flag? All in favor? Aye?
I.
All right, tank for flag. Spread.
But is he going to be the number 1 pick?
Huh? Oh,
he-
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shit.
The only thing, like...
We have to win the lottery then.
we do,
literally
because
win the lottery.
nobody is going to trade that number 1 pick when you have Cooper Flag up there. That's kind of like...
You sound like Naughty America. Nobody.
I do like
Nobody.
Ace Bailey a lot too, though. Ace
That
Bailey.
was a porn joke, people, for those who don't know. I'm sorry, Dustin, what?
I like Ace Bailey a lot too.
Yeah, I do too.
Ace Bailey's a
Yeah.
Either way,
They have a point guard, too. Rutgers, that's very good. He's going to go in the first round also.
besides getting the 15th pick to a number either 6
Yeah,
or 1.
Well, if we get another Stephon Castle type, like that, a guy that good, that's good for the roster there, too. We didn't lose very much in the trade, so, I mean...
no.
Or he traded for another
good.
2035 pick.
Unfortunately, the Hawks are still winning too.
Another goodbye to Chris Paul's chance of winning a ring. Because if he was going to win one, it was going to be with the Spurs this year. He's probably going to retire after this year. Now, who do we replace Pop with?
Ooh.
Question.
Not Mitch Johnson
That's-
anymore.
You made a good argument for Brett Brown. That
He's on the bench right now. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been around. He's been around the organization for a long time. I do like I still like as more of a long shot, like the guy at UCLA, as like kind of like a rising star. You know, not UCLA. Sorry, Connecticut.
UConn, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan
Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley, yeah.
I do like that as kind of like a outside the box.
Dude, you said they suck.
They do. They don't suck. They're just middle of the pack.
Would Ime Udoka leave the Rockets to come back to San Antonio?
They got a good thing going there, though, man.
Like we're gonna have a better thing going.
Yeah, true.
Whose future's brighter? To be honest.
Well, I mean, it depends on what happens to Wemby, dude. I've seen videos where this could possibly end his career, and I've been praying about it. Not that much, but when I think about it, I like, please God, this was our guy. This was our chance. This guy is the Caleb Williams of the NBA this year. I hope he's not the Caleb Williams, but better.
Yeah, I hope he's definitely not.
As far as talks go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's no joke, man. Blood clots. That's nothing to be taken lightly. So, tank for flag. Replace him with somebody who's kind of like an apprentice type to Greg Popovich, somebody that's worked in a system, somebody that they respect. What do you think about Becky Hammond?
That dude, you took the words right out of my mouth. I said Becky Hammond.
Yeah, they'll make a movie about it, documentary and everything.
And we go win the championship, first women's championship.
Who's out there, Dustin, that could come in? Like coaches that have proved themselves. I know there's Mike Brown. He's out there.
Got Eric Spoelstra.
There's
I say,
Frank Vogel. He's out there too.
Yeah. Spoelstra, to me, he's one in like the heater, like in that mode of how good can we really even be?
Well, dude, he took him to the finals a couple years ago.
That's what I'm saying. He's done a hell of a job. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like right now, in my opinion, the Spurs' future looks brighter than the Heat's.
Yeah.
So there'd be a reason for him to want to leave.
Mm-hmm. And if the Spurs can pick up Heat, like say Wemby comes back next year, they pick up Heat, their first 1 through 3 seed. Who knows what they're going to do at the trade deadline too? They can bring somebody in also. So
Austin brought up Steve Kerr last.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's like,
yeah, if Steph Curry retires, I can see Steve Kerr coming to the Spurs. So, but that's just something to look out for. The Spurs season is over this year though, so fade the Spurs the rest of the year.
Tank.
Because they're going to tank. They need to tank. Please tank.
I don't think they're going to have to try. I think they're awful. I think the Spurs are awful.
I mean, you got Castle and
shit, we were
De'Aaron
freaking
Fox
8 games under 500 with Wemby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we're awful.
But we'll see. Okay. Anything else? Before we go, I want to tell you a story about Audrey, my daughter, who has played basketball for the first time this year. Speaking of basketball, this kind of fits into the whole thing. The other day, I missed her last game, sadly. It was a scrimmage only because I had to work. She calls me afterwards, and my wife was telling me how aggressive she was and how good she did. She was actually diving on the ball, getting her hands dirty, and that was kind of missing through the first few games, right? Well, Audrey calls me, FaceTimes me, and said, Dad, there was this little girl on me that stunk so bad. And she kept pushing me, and I kept looking at Mom, and Mom was just, I could tell by the look on her face she wanted me to tell her something. So finally she pushed me one time and I said to stop. And then all her teammates supposedly had her back on it. Were like, yes, you are pushing her. Well, this little girl pushes her one time and Audrey tells her, you stupid bitch, if you push me again.
What?
You push me again, I'm going to hurt you. The little girl didn't push her the rest of the game. Well, fast forward to the fourth quarter.
Learned it from her daddy.
Fast forward. She didn't learn this next one from her daddy. Fast forward to the fourth quarter. Audrey said the girl's starting to get a little mean again, a little more aggressive.
What was the score?
She said, hold on, let me finish.
No.
She said toward the end of the game, starting to get pushy, things are starting to get a little chippy.
What was the score
She told her again, if you touch me one more time, I'm going to proud dad moment right there. Girl never did it again. Now that I just said that, it's kind of weird that I said that, but those are her words, not mine. They did end up losing the game, but I'm so happy that she first year playing basketball. Y'all know how it is. First year, she didn't really know how to play, but she's starting to get aggressive, starting to see the better side of it.
That's good.
Proud dad moment. They did end up getting second place for the whole year out of 6 teams. So
I'm guessing at that time about the Cougs game, then yes, that is very justified.
Yeah, but normally in her first couple of games, if you would have watched her play, she just wasn't very aggressive. Like she was a little lost out there, but she's done well. So I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this in there now that I just thought about what I just said. Yeah, I think you're right here. Yeah, maybe do the first part, not the second part.
Yeah, like the young little kids and stuff.
Yeah, that just came to my head. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with you on this one. Usually I wouldn't, but I'm gonna go with you on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about this already too off camera, but it never gets old. The Buffalo Sabres color commentator taking a puck to the face. Play it.
Oh. That's right. I forgot.
Do you remember this,
Yes.
Austin? Oh, it was great. It was great. And he just put the headset back on right between the fucking eyes. Play it, then we'll end it on that. I got a couple picks for tomorrow. I'll throw those out there. Scott never did calls back.
Pucker's dropped and it's
Rob Ray.
Took another one.
Rob Ray takes puck to the face, puts the headset back on. Hey, time to drop the puck again.
Very quickly. That was close.
Wow.
Yeah. What a fucking champ though, man. Get right back in there. Tomorrow I do like Niagara at home against Iona. I like St. Peter's to cover 8.5 at Quinnipiac. And I like Merrimack to destroy Ryder 8.5. I'm gonna put those out there. Y'all got anything else?
Do we have any? Okay, this is kind of a little. This is another betting thing, but it's happening this weekend in George West. Are there any local favorites to bet on to win the rodeo?
Oh,
Just side bets.
I'm gonna go with
You know
my
anybody?
boy. I'm gonna go with my boy Birdie Reese. Birdie Reese to win the rope.
He's in there?
Yeah, every
Oh,
year.
fuck yeah, dude. Put 100.
Oh wait, I think it was last. Oh, the finals are today. I think right
It's this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
for the rodeo.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the county roping was yesterday. Oh well, this weekend the better ones rope. So I don't know if anybody local made that. The county jackpot was last night, so I don't
Okay,
know. I'll talk to
gotcha.
Brady about that. But
Who's in it?
We'll see. I'm not sure. Oh well, there's like a lot of guys we know that do the county jackpot.
Yeah.
But Saturday, the one
Throw-
he's talking about, that's when guys like come from fucking.
Where
Cody Gary in there?
Yeah. Well, he probably isn't in
there
on
were
Saturday.
there were some locals last year. I want to say that made it, like one or two
but
guys.
they're mainly guys that come from like Nacogdoches or,
Yeah.
or fucking Amarillo. Like
Yeah.
they'll make it down there for that.
I'm
little
talking about the
jackpot.
local one.
The local. I don't know who won. I'll have to call
No,
Brady and
like
ask.
who was all in it?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I had to work last night. Jesus.
You knew Birdie was in there?
Because he's in it every year. That's my boy. Jesus.
Was his brother in there?
I'm sure if he was, I'm pretty sure they were partners.
I'm sure Cody was in it.
Yeah, was Gary in there? Oh,
Yeah.
clutch.
He won. We should have put a bet on him.
Oh.
Okay, rest in peace to LeVar Ball's right leg. LeVar Ball, all the talking, all the yapping, his leg's gone. I don't think he can beat Michael Jordan in a game of one-on-one anymore now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he lost his right leg due to a serious health condition. I'm not sure what
Diabetes.
it was. No infos came out. He's kind of like been quiet about it. The guy's been quiet ever since he got his sons to the NBA, so
So he has a shoe line with looking 1 foot? Mm-hmm. Nice.
now you can just buy half of. Everything's half off.
Half price, baby.
Everything's half off. But if you don't got anything else, I got to get out of here. I got to take the kids home, and I got a party to go to tomorrow. So we'll have this out to you guys probably tomorrow. And we'll be back again on Sunday. And I guess we'll see you guys there.
Was that Lionel Rutgers? I told you they were going to cover. That was the line.